Welcome to another mathematics presentation. So in this presentation we are looking at circle theorems, which is a grade 11 topic. So under this topic we are going to look at properties of the circle, where we are going to analyze the parts of the circle. Then we are also going to look at the angle properties, where we are going to solve problems using angle properties of the circle. We are also going to solve problems involving tangent properties. So let's look at these parts. Right? We are going to define what a circle is. So a circle is defined as a set of points which are all the same distance from a given fixed point. So a circle, it includes a set of points, and these points, they have the same distance from the fixed point, and that fixed point, okay, according it to the center of the what? Of the circle. So let's look at the diagram here. We have this center of the circle, and this is called the center of the circle. Okay, so this is what a circle is. So let us now move on. We look at other parts such as the diameter and the radius. So let's take a look at these two diagrams. So we have the first diagram, which is on the right hand side here, where we have the diameter right here. So this is the diameter of the circle, and this diameter cuts the circle into two equal parts. So this diameter has to pass through the center of the circle. So this diameter now, once it cuts the circle into two equal parts, it will form what we call a semicircle, which is half of the what? Half of the circle. Okay. Again, on the other hand, if you draw a line from the center of the circle coming through and touch the what? The circumference, this line will be called the radius of the circle. So what you are saying is that the diameter is 2 times the radius, and diameter cuts the circle into two equal parts, and it will form one part which we call the what? The semicircle. So we are saying diameter is the width of the circle that passes through the what? The center. Okay, and on the other hand, we can say radius is the distance from the center to the circumference. So the radius has to start from end point of the circumference and coming through the what? The center. This is what we are calling the radius. So we now move on and we look at other parts of the circle. So here we are going to look at these other parts, where we have the sector of the circle, and we have the semicircle. We also have the quadrant. So the sector, this one is formed by two rectangles, okay, and this is the semicircle, and this is the quadrant. So I've explained on the semicircle. Okay, we now move on. We look at other parts of the circle, where we have the circumference. So a circumference, this is the circumference here, which is just the outer line right here, this outer line. So the circumference of the circle is the total distance around the what? The circle. That is